Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of the Digital Nomad Playbook. I am Coach Gil Golden, and today we're going to be talking about how you can move abroad in just 6 months. I'm going to offer you a strategy that is practical, and it is indeed a step by step approach to starting from where you are now to living the life abroad in 6 months. There are well over 50 popular destinations worldwide with well-established expat communities. Gaining international experience often leads to 3 times the potential salary compared to staying in your home country. Living and working abroad opens up career growth opportunities that may not be available in your home country. So let's get to it. Month number 1. This first month is all about research and making some big decisions as you prepare for your international move. First, you'll need to select the ideal country and city for your new home. Consider factors like cost of living, job opportunities, and overall quality of life. Next, you'll need to understand the requirements and processing times for visas in your desired country. This will help you plan the timeline for your move. Also know if really it's too difficult or too complicated to obtain the correct visa, maybe this particular country isn't the right choice for you at this moment. Finally, evaluate the living conditions in your chosen location. Look into healthcare options, safety, and support networks that will be available to you. Having a solid plan in place for these key decisions will set you up for a smooth transition in the months ahead. For the second month of your Move Abroad project, it's the start of the paper trail. This is the least fun, probably, of all the steps, but it's the most necessary. Uh, it's crucial to begin submitting your visa or work permit paperwork right away. Processing times can take anywhere from 8 to 12 weeks, sometimes longer in many countries. So getting this done early is key. Next, make sure you have all your important documents gathered: your passport, birth certificate, marriage certificate, diplomas, university degrees, and medical records. If anything needs to be translated, take care of that now. Double check that your passport will remain valid for at least 6 months after your planned arrival date. This is often a requirement for entry. Finally, create digital backups of all these documents. Scan them and store copies in the cloud, as well as share them with trusted contacts. This protects you if anything gets lost or damaged. Budgeting is crucial when planning an international move. Make sure to calculate all the costs: moving expenses, initial setup, costs in the new country, and ongoing monthly expenses. Research international banking options to make sure it's easy to access and transfer money between your home country and host countries. Look into accounts that offer low fees and favorable exchange rates. Notify your current bank about your international travel plans so they don't flag your card usage abroad as suspicious activity. Be sure to understand your tax obligations in both your home country and where you're planning to move to ensure that you meet all requirements and avoid any penalties or issues. Here's an overview of the key tasks to complete in the fourth month of your relocation process. The first step is to start your housing search. Begin researching apartments and accommodations in your destination city. You'll also need to book some temporary housing for your first weeks to give you time to find a more permanent place. Another important task is to compare international health and travel insurance plans to find the right coverage for your needs. Finally, you'll want to start packing and identifying what essential items to bring versus what you can purchase once you arrive. These 4 steps will help you ensure that you have a smooth transition and are prepared for your move abroad. With 5 months to go, it's time to book your transportation and start sending notifications about your upcoming move. First, purchase your flights. And I would say, even though it might be tempting to buy a one-way ticket, sometimes it's just a lot cheaper to buy a round-trip ticket. And if you haven't organized all visa arrangements beforehand, often to enter the country you'll need to show a return ticket even though you're planning on staying. So it's fine. Just bite the bullet and get a return ticket. Next, inform important contacts about you moving abroad, such as employers, landlords, schools, doctors, all of that about your move. You'll also want to schedule shipping for any belongings you plan to bring with you overseas. However, I do suggest to sell most things and take as little as possible with you when you travel. Finally, don't forget to cancel any subscriptions, memberships, or recurring services that you won't need once you've left the country. Staying organized and on top of these things will help you in the long run save a lot of money. So we're in the home stretch of this preparation for moving abroad. In this final month, it's all about just getting your affairs in order and last minute details arranged. So first, I suggest handling any remaining belongings you won't be taking with you. Yes, just sell and donate everything you have. I don't think it's a good idea to get a storage unit to hold things. You don't know where you're going to go next. So try to get rid of as much as you can before you leave. Minimalism is your friend in situations like this. Double check all of your important documents. Check and double check flight details and accommodation addresses. Make sure you have contact information for embassy services in case you need assistance abroad. Schedule any final medical appointments, get checkups, fill prescriptions, and gather your vaccination records. Lastly, prepare your technology. Download all maps, translation apps, and emergency contacts in case you need help. You need all of this so that you're finally ready to go. Okay, so you're taking off. This is an exciting but hectic time, and there are a few key things to focus on to make the transition as smooth as possible. First, be sure to keep all of your important documents, such as passport, visas, all of that, with you at all times. Never pack these in checked luggage. Of course, you guys know that. Upon arrival, you'll likely need to register with local authorities within a certain time frame. If you've applied for a visa and it's been approved, you would still have to report to the authorities. Make sure to take care of this as soon as possible. Getting set up with the essentials. So you'll need to get a phone and a bank account, which those are the top priorities. This will make daily life much easier and familiarize yourself with the public transportation options. The key in all this is to be proactive and handle all of these practical matters quickly so you can start settling in and enjoying your new destination. So this first month abroad is all about getting settled in and taking care of the essentials. So first up, the least sexy of the items, but the most important, complete any necessary legal paperwork and address registration to get all of your official documents and status sorted out. Next, make sure to enroll, if you can, enroll in the local healthcare system and secure coverage for your time abroad. Very often, though, however, first you have to take care of step one, and once that's all approved, then you can go ahead and enroll. Finally, start by building a community, and you can do this in joining expat groups and making connections with the locals. This will help you feel at home in your new surroundings, but also you'll probably get a lot of good advice from people who've been living there for a long time, if not the natives. So some top tips from recent expats are things such as checklists, which I agree are essential when moving abroad. Definitely create detailed monthly to-do lists to ensure that you don't overlook important tasks. Next, definitely leverage the support networks available to you. Anything that you have is always good as far as getting advice and finding out what you should do in certain situations, because most likely what you're going through now others have gone through. So definitely always reach out to look for any support that you can find. You're not in this alone. And lastly, carefully manage your important documents. Store digital copies in the cloud and physical copies in waterproof folders to ensure you always have access to them. Are you ready to move abroad? Moving abroad can be an exhilarating but daunting process at the same time. So, here are just a few tips to sum up what you need to do to stay organized in this process. So, the first is set a timeline. It doesn't have to be 6 months, by the way, but 6 months is a good target because it gives you enough time to take care of all of the necessary tasks without feeling rushed. If you need more time, take more time, 8 months or 12 months, that's fine. I just think 6 months is the minimum amount of time you should allow yourself to get out of the country. Next, stay organized throughout the process. Use apps, folders, and calendars to keep track of everything. Break down big tasks into smaller ones, and definitely always adjust so that you're creating manageable steps to get to the finish line. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Connect with others who have gone through the process of moving abroad, especially if they're living in the country where you want to live. Join online expat forums to learn from their experiences. With the right planning and support, you can make your move abroad a wonderful experience. If you found this content useful, I encourage you to follow our social media channels. There you'll find weekly tips and resources to support your expat journey, as well as personalized advice from myself and my team of expat coaches. Next, I'd love for you to share your own moving abroad experiences. Just tag us in your post. Your story can inspire and guide others who are navigating their own expat adventure. And finally, please be sure to subscribe to our newsletter for exclusive content and join our online community to connect with fellow expats. This is a great way to learn from each other. In the bottom of this post, you will find a link to the latest newsletter, Am I Ready to Move Abroad? This might be useful to you. At any rate, thank you for watching us. This is another edition of the Digital Nomad Playbook. I am Coach Gil Golden, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.